Hello and Kozangpola. I'm Tenzin from Dukpas Down Under, a space where we share the stories of Bhutanese living here in abroad and also hear what the non-Bhutanese have to say about our people, culture and community. Along with my amazing team, we're here to celebrate our journeys, our stories and a unique blend of Bhutanese culture here in a different land. In today's episode, I'm here in Perth City chatting with people I meet along the way to hear what they have to say. So let's dive into their stories. Firstly, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name's Abby.
Well, my name's Steve.
I'm Tori. I live in Balladura.
Oh, okay. What about you?
My name is Mason. I'm 16 and I live near Joondalup. Yeah.
But where you originally from?
I'm from Europe.
Well, I was born in England, but I did come to Perth as a baby, actually, so I've grown up in Perth.
I was born in South Africa and my parents came over here when I was 12 years old.
So how long have you been in Australia for?
30 years, something like that, yes.
I came over when I was 12, so that's 30 years. Yeah, 40 years.
Oh, okay, that's quite long.
Australians aren't renowned for good maths, but yeah, 40 years, 40 years.
So what do you do for your living for now?
Oh, that's a little bit awkward, that question. Basically, I look after the home.
I've always worked in medical clinics with very sick people and sick children.
I'm a geologist. So I work in exploration. So it's part of the mining industry where we're trying to find new minerals.
What was that thing that inspired you to migrate from your home country to Australia?
Actually, my teacher told me to go.
Would you like to share any opportunities that Perth have to offer?
Everything. Perth offers everything that you can get in most main cities now. Opportunity for students, for employment. I think it's a growing city. And we definitely need more skills here.
So Australia is a mining hub, right? So did you choose that career based on the demand of the Australian country, or was it your own passion?
Well, when I was growing up, I didn't like living at home very much. And when I was 17, I had the opportunity to go and study in Kalgoorlie, geology, because actually I studied geology so I could move out of home.
What's your honest impression about the multiculture in Australia?
I think multiculturalism in Australia has worked quite well.
So what's the hardest and the best part about being teenager in Australia?
Probably the hardest part is that there's not much events going on. It's known for being quiet. But the best part is that it's pretty safe, I'd say. And there's not much bad things to worry about.
Oh, okay, no crime?
Nah, not really.
Okay. What about you?
I disagree. I think it's pretty dangerous out here, especially. And I think it's an easy part is getting around. Transport's pretty good. Yeah.
So what do you enjoy most about living in Australia?
I think there's a lot to offer here, in terms of we've got some beautiful cities, we've got the country that ranges from, rainforests through to the desert. There's a lot to visit, there's a lot of places to go, and I think it's just a beautiful place to be. I think people are friendly.
So have you faced any challenges during your first year when you migrated here in Australia?
Yes, I did, actually. I was because my home country is Germany, and I was very blunt, very German, not very polite, not well-mannered. And then I quickly learned that, and to be more gentle and more diplomatic. Yeah.
I had to learn all of the new languages. In Australia, it's g'day, it's just say hello, it's no worries. Everyone says no worries. This little Indian boy at the bus stop, and I walked up to him and I'm trying to learn Australian, and I said, how are you going? Because in Australia they say, how you going? Yeah. But I said it in a South African accent. I said, how are you going? And he said, I'm going by bus. How are you going?
What are some of the common challenges that you think the immigrants face?
I think housing, accommodation's quite difficult. I think it's just adapting to a whole new culture and lifestyle. It's quite challenging, isn't it?
There's so many bureaucratic rules. The Australian name for that is red tape. You know, there's all these rules and regulations. It makes you disheartened. And also then there's some agents who take advantage of that. Financially, you might get the wrong advice. So it's always good to double check.
So was that your cultural shock when you migrated here in Australia?
Not cultural shock, but actually I saw that I had to learn this, you know. It was more me shocking the people.
How do you usually spend your free time here in Australia? Your weekend?
Actually, every Saturday I work on my brand, so like I sell jewelry like this one. And then we're just here right now, like promoting it, making videos and everything. Cause so we post on Instagram.
Oh, okay. So what's your brand name? Like,
It's Mirror Jewelry.
what's that?
MIRA Jewelry. Mirror Jewelry.
Wow, we're gonna follow you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So did you start that as your passion or?
Yeah, cause like the accessories, they're really nice, and we thought we'd be able to profit off of it, cause they're good quality and everything.
As well.
Yeah, the earrings and everything.
How expensive are your jewelries? Like, is it affordable?
Yeah, it's affordable. It's entry level, so like every piece, like it can be worn with any outfit and everything. It'll just make it look better.
Oh my god, that's so pretty. Is it like a home base?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more like just us two working on it together.
Okay, you're very smart to start a business.
Yeah.
And what about you? How do you spend your weekend?
Yeah, I do the same thing. We also play basketball. Yeah, we play wobble, it's called. Yeah.
Can you please walk us through a regular day as a geologist, and what do you actually do in your geologist career, like in a
Ooh.
day?
A regular day. There's no such thing as a regular day in geology. Your morning meeting, and then someone spills the coffee on the desk, and then you have to clean that up. And then eventually you have your meeting and you find out that what you were planning to do during the day has all changed.
So have you heard about our country Bhutan?
I think in my mind it's a very beautiful place. I'm thinking mountains and forests. I'd like to know more. I'd like to know more actually.
And have you heard of Bhutan before?
Yeah, I have.
What's your
Back
impression?
back in my old school, most of the Bhutanese kids, they would do like Muay Thai.
What's that?
Muay Thai, it's like a type of martial art. Yeah, they do that. And yeah, they were like a big like family pretty much. They're always together and everything.
Oh, okay. Do you like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
good.
What about you? Have you heard about Bhutan?
Yeah, I have a couple Bhutanese mates. They play basketball. They're pretty good, yeah. Pretty good basketball. Yeah, they're pretty nice people, good people, yeah.
Okay. I'll teach you one thing. How to greet Bhutanese. Do you know how to greet Bhutanese?
Nah, I don't
No?
know.
Can you say Kuzu Zangpola?
Kuzuzampala?
Yeah, that's right.
Kuzuzamfala?
Kuzu Zangpola to the viewers.
Kuzuzamfala?
Okay, that's the something that we do out of respect, like greeting the Bhutanese people. So you greeted all the Bhutanese
Oh,
now.
yeah.
It's like, what are some of the do's and don'ts in Australia?
Well, I think it's like obvious. There's a famous one I haven't experienced myself, but I think there's something you call chewing doma, and then maybe even spitting. If Australian, like typical Australian, but even the migrants, some of the migrants, like European migrants, see that, I think, oh, that's disgusting, you know?
Be careful of wildlife, like we have snakes and spiders and things like that. So maybe just learn about the wildlife as well. And if you're going to go to the beach, make sure you swim within the flags because we have strong currents at the beach as well. I mean, lots to enjoy, but just educate yourself.
What are some of the do's for the Bhutanese here in Australia?
What to do? I think you're pretty good as you are. Maybe you could be a little bit less shy. You have more reason to be. You are open, you're well spoken, you're well behaved. Most of the, except for the Doma. No, I'm joking. So don't hold back too much.
I mean, you said you're Bhutanese?
Yes, I'm from Bhutan.
Oh, okay. Bhutanese people are lovely. They've got really good manners, but I think generally for immigrants, just be polite, have good manners, and when you're driving on the roads, follow the road rules. Yeah, things like that. Yeah, keep left.
So what's that one thing that you really like our viewers to experience here in Australia that they might not know?
Explore the culture.
What advice would you give to a Bhutanese who's planning to settle here in Australia?
So think about what it is that you want from your time here, and then maybe do a bit of research, and then you'll be able to find local groups, local people that you can talk to, and be open. Be open to what comes, If you get invited to a barbecue, go to the barbecue, because that is an authentic Aussie experience. Yeah, barbecues, yeah, definitely.
Any piece of advice to someone who want to pursue the career that you're pursuing, or maybe a general career in Australia?
Find your passion, work hard, and remember to have fun.
Okay, have fun at the same time.
Your job has to be fun. If you're waking up in the morning and you're thinking, I don't want to go to work, well, you're in the wrong job. So
do you feel connected to Australia, or do you feel connected to your roots?
I'd say I feel connected to Australia because I'm quite mixed. So then it's just family. My family's also quite there's a range, and then all my friends I don't mind what.
So you like Australia?
Yeah, I like Australia.
What about you?
Yeah, I've been living here my whole life. I go out to where I'm from, Malaysia, every couple of years. But yeah, it's pretty diverse out here. So yeah.
So you get to switch from your city life to bush life, and then back and forth.
And back and forth, yeah. Oh no, I'm very, very lucky because the city's okay for a little time. It's got nice coffee, but it doesn't have the freedom the thing about Australia is you look at the sky.
Yeah.
You look how big the sky is in Australia. In other countries, you might have lots of mountains, lots of valleys. You can't see the skyline. Other countries might have cities everywhere, but in Australia, you can be right in the middle of the city.
So, what's one skill that you would recommend for our Bhutanese community to acquire when they're here in Australia?
A skill?
Any skills or any experiences?
Well, it would depend on what your interests are. There's so many different universities here. You can study anything, you can learn anything. Yeah.
How would you describe the work culture here in Australia?
People have always worked hard in Australia. There's a sense of working as a team. There's a bit of a pushback against authority, so the work culture's kind of we do our thing over here, and the bosses, will look good for the bosses when they come. But then there's also a culture of Australia's playing New Zealand in the rugby. Then suddenly everyone's sick for that day, and they go home, and then they're watching the rugby on TV. There's a seriousness to work, but there's also a playfulness to work. Yeah.
Have you tried any of the Bhutanese dishes?
I did go to one Bhutanese restaurant.
Do you remember the name of the restaurant?
I don't remember. I do remember some interesting kind of music videos going on in the background. Yeah.
So what was your favorite dish that you tried from a Bhutanese restaurant?
I don't mind a bit of spicy. Yeah, I'm happy to try something spicy. But yeah, it was delicious. Yeah, really good.
Any feedbacks to our Bhutanese restaurant owners here in Perth?
I think people like an authentic experience. So I think the decor, creating a whole atmosphere is really important.
So would you like to come to one of our social gatherings?
Yeah.
That's any religious events?
I would love to. I'd love to learn more about your culture. Yeah. Are you a Buddhist?
Yes, I'm a Buddhist.
Ah, fabulous.
Thank you. And do visit our Bhutanese restaurants to try their cuisine.
Oh, absolutely. I'm all about the food. So, yeah, more restaurants the better. Yeah.
What are some of the Australian people's best qualities?
Best qualities. Okay. That's really interesting. Australians, because Australians came from convicts originally and from hard workers, they really have a good sense of fairness. we don't take ourselves so seriously. Australians love to tell a good yarn, yeah, not so serious. But anyway, we went to this interview and the Australian person said to us, so he said to my father, do you have a criminal record? And my father said, I didn't know I still had to have one. I look for the humour in life. If we can't laugh at things, if we take things too seriously, life's too difficult. Life's too difficult. We need to look at, if you're talking about Bhutanese people integrating to Australia, what are the best qualities of Bhutanese people? Actually, so I'm gonna interview you.
Oh, okay.
So what, could you tell me what are the best qualities of Bhutanese people?
Oh, okay. So I think Bhutanese are very compassionate. Maybe it's because of their religion, but I find like most of the Bhutanese, they're very compassionate, and then they can really feel what other person is going. So they really put themselves into other person's shoe. Like they really empathize and sympathize other people. So I think being compassionate, humble, and polite at the same time.
And so I think the best way to integrate is you keep the good aspects of Bhutanese culture from what you've just said. I really like some of those. Yeah, hold on to those, but then show them to Australians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, show them to
Definitely.
Australians.
Because we have like a lot of Bhutanese here, so I think most of the Aussies will meet a lot of Bhutanese, so they can integrate together.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
And anything that you'd like to say, but I haven't included in my questions?
Okay. From my own experience, my encounter with the Bhutanese community, there is so much togetherness, whether it is fighting or whether it is loving. It's together.
It's really nice that people are looking to Perth, to come to Perth, and I'm really interested to see, more. And actually, I'd like to learn more about the Bhutanese community as well, and what you guys are bringing and what you have to offer, because I think we can all learn from each other.
And your confidence you could show your confidence more, because your country has special things that are nowhere else. And you will always be surprised that people will appreciate that. Maybe people even will, they will come to you for certain things that they don't have. So, yeah.
There's like a lot of Bhutanese teenagers here, so what would be your advice as a teenager to them? Maybe you go first?
My advice would be probably find a hobby so you don't get into trouble or anything like that. Like
Hobby like yours?
Yeah, find a hobby, find something to do. Otherwise, you're just going to be getting into trouble, doing stuff that you're going to regret.
Way too smart. What about you?
I think just be yourself. Don't try and fit in, Yeah, just make sure you're not changing who you are. Just around your
Cultural
feeling.
identity.
Yeah.
One secret that Perth has, but
A secret?
Yeah.
A secret, a Perth secret. Perth is not dull anymore. That's the truth. No, Perth is the place to be. Yeah.
so you highly recommend Perth to all our Bhutanese community?
Absolutely. I think better than the East Coast. I think West Coast is where it's happening. So yeah, move here, guys. Why not?
Can you say Kadinche and bye to the viewers? Kadinche?
Kadinche?
Kadinche, it's like thanking them.
Oh yeah, Kadinche.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Kadinche.
And that's a wrap for today's episode, and we'll be back soon with more exciting stories. So please do like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also follow us on our TikTok. Until then, take care and see you next time. Bye!